Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway in Foxborough. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just one. Second down and 8.
Ready. 53.
Throwing is Rattler. Short throw caught by Bowers. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
That's just a third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Here's second and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now first and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily...
He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. A carry here for Travion Henderson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing here is May. Now pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. To throw, it's May. He'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll throw with May. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw forward May. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on his spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
Down. Ready?
Now Rattler. Short throw caught by Bowers.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, here's Rattler. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Come on, set. Black, 95.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Black 40. Shot.
Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
Red, cycle. Ready?
They'll go. Here's Rattler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
33, yellow.
To the air is Rattler. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 29 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Carlson on for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
What's that? Hey, what's that? Hey, come out with me.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy.
To the air, May. To the right side and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game. Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, look at the juke. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
At the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. Open man, Kyle Williams. He's got him. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
May going to give it to Henderson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs. That's a pretty good recipe for success. Play action. May. And incomplete. A drop there in the Middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's May. Hunter Henry brings it in. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive. And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Genty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Bradler wants to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the 24-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. They set up the screen for Henderson. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll throw now on the final play. Got a man, Boutte. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Antonio Gibson. A beautiful fake. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
And it's going to be caught for a later touchdown. Dante Thornton, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, have to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 7-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Patriots, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Here goes that. Ready, what's that? Here.
From the gun, it's May. And he fires one incomplete.